of the Sunshine Ordinance Task Force Complaint Committee for Tuesday, January 11th, 2011 at 3:30, beginning at 3:30. Chris, could you call the roll, please?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Member Nee?
Here.
Nee present. Member Washburn?
Here.
Washburn present. Member Knebber?
Here.
Knebber present. Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Can you call the first item, please?
The first item is the approval of December 14, 2010 regular meeting minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve.
I second.
Is there any discussion, any public comment on the approval of the minutes, the motion? Seeing none, can we have the roll, please? The call, please.
I just have a couple of comments. This is page 2 of the minutes, page 5 of the packet, down near the bottom, item 4, the 4th paragraph. This is referring to a discussion between Mr. Pitts and Ms. Schlocketer regarding an incident that happened. I'm wondering if that needs to be included in the minutes.
I'm inclined in this committee to leave it. Just, it was said, I remember it, she wasn't there. She did rebut at the regular task force meeting, the claim. So I do think she had her chance to go on the record.
Okay.
But I'll entertain any other suggestions. If you don't feel very strongly about it, I'm inclined to leave it in.
I don't feel terribly strongly about it.
Okay. How about you, Member Nee?
No, I think that the minutes as they are sufficient.
Okay. Can we have the call, please?
One more.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Page 3 of the minutes, page 6 of the packet, item number 5, second paragraph. William Clark said the Arts Commission's budget shows that it did not have any monies for 2009-2010 in its budget. It must have been in its budget for something or other. There should be a clause in there explaining
What budget?
what there wasn't any money for. Otherwise, it implies that there wasn't any money in the budget, period.
Gotcha.
So I'm not sure what to suggest. You might have to listen to the recording.
Yes.
That seems to me to be a significant omission, in which case I would offer a substitute motion to continue.
My recollection was that he didn't add the clause, Mr. Clark, but I'm not 100% sure, so I would entertain that motion if the second agrees to amend the motion.
I agree.
Okay, substitute motion is to continue to allow the clerk to check over the transcript. Is there any public comment on that motion? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, can we have the roll, please?
Yes, Mr. Chair. On the motion, Member Nee?
Aye.
Nee, aye. Member Washburn?
Aye.
Washburn, aye. Member Knebber?
Aye.
Knebber, aye. Mr. Chair, there are 3 ayes.
Thank you. Can we have the next item, please?
The next item is determination of jurisdiction on complaint filed by Deborah Benedict against the nonprofit San Francisco Bar Association for allegedly not notifying the public of a change in meeting date and location.
Thank you. Is the complainant here? Is the respondent? Okay. Please approach. Sorry, 1 second. Is there anybody here to present facts and evidence in support of the complainant? Seeing none, the respondent you have 5 minutes.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, 3 minutes.
I'm appearing merely upon the request of the committee. The complainant had requested this hearing, and we're not contesting jurisdiction. I was looking forward to hear about the focus of the complaint. We made certain assumptions in our response regarding what the complainant's complaint was, and that was what our response was based on. If the committee has a different definition of the focus, it would be helpful for us to know that.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience to present facts and evidence in support of the respondent? Seeing none, the matters task force. Member Nee.
I think where jurisdiction is concerned, we're not here to argue substance of the complaint right now. We're here strictly to determine whether there is jurisdiction for the ordinance and the task force. And I believe there is, and I move to find jurisdiction.
I second that motion.
Okay, I don't believe it's the proper time, but we'll entertain that.
Okay, well,
Um,
I will move at the proper time.
Okay, thank you. I agree. I don't think that, from my reading, I don't think that that there is much debate that this is outside of our jurisdiction. As to the respondents' ideas about focusing in their response, unfortunately, the complainant isn't here to do that, so I think we have to go with what she provided you, and I think your response is addressing that for right now, and I think that's as far as we can have right now.
Okay, and so the hearing on the 25th?
Well, we're not there yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Great.
Is there, so now at this point, we allow the respondent and then the complainant any time to rebut or to add anything else. So the respondent, you have 3 minutes if you need it.
We'd like to just continue to provide you with the information that we did. And of course, our goal is to open our public board meetings to the public, and we felt that we complied with the ordinance. And if you have any further questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Again, I'll call and see if the complainant is here. Seeing none, the matter is with the task force for motion deliberation.
Move to find jurisdiction.
Second.
Motion and second to find jurisdiction. Is there any public comment on the motion to find jurisdiction? Seeing none, could we have the vote, please?
Yes, Mr. Chair. On the motion, Member Nee.
Aye.
Nee, aye. Member Washburn.
Aye.
Washburn, aye. Member Knebber.
Aye.
Knebber, aye. Mr. Chair, we have 3 ayes.
Mr. Clerk, is this going to be on the next?
On the 25th.
So this will be on the full task force meeting agenda for the 25th
Okay.
at 4 p.m.
Okay.
Thank you.
you.
Can we have the next item, please?
Item number 3 is determination of jurisdiction on complaint filed by Jason Grant Gaza against the Haight-Ashbury Free Clinics for allegedly withholding medical records related to 2 visits he made in 2010.
Is the complainant here? You please approach. You have 3 minutes. Please, I would ask the complainant to be reminded this is merely on the jurisdiction in this case, not necessarily the merits of the case, but the jurisdiction, if this task force has jurisdiction over this issue. Thank you.
I do believe that the task force has jurisdiction, and I do believe I fulfilled all the requirements of the IDR correctly in requesting. So if that's the only problem as to whether you have jurisdiction or not, I'm sure you guys do. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody in the audience to provide facts or evidence in support of the complainant? Seeing none, is the respondent present? Yes. Thank you. Please approach. You have 3 minutes. Remember, this is about jurisdiction of this case, not the merits of the case.
I'm Dr. Sears from the Haight-Ashbury Free Clinic. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Sears from the Haight-Ashbury Free Clinic. I'm not exactly sure what the law is that determines jurisdiction from here, but we see this as a very simple problem of medical records handling and policies and procedures about releasing medical records without a signature. We're very happy to settle this problem right now if the patient wants to sign a form to and make this all go away. If the patient signs a request for information release, we're happy to do it. That's been the problem. We're a nonprofit organization with a contract with the city through CBHS, so there may be some regulations about this, but we're really held by HIPAA requirements as to how we can release information, and that's where we're caught.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody in the audience to present facts and evidence in support of the respondent? Seeing none, the matters with the task force. Any questions? Doctor, may I ask you a question, please? I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Sears, Mark Sears.
Dr. Mark Sears. I just wanted to clarify, do you know approximately how much money from the city you get in grants through the Health and Human Services?
I think it's about $4 million.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Thank you. Any comments?
No.
Questions? Okay. This is a time where we allow first the respondent and then the complainant 3 minutes to add any supporting evidence or rebutting evidence. First, the respondent. Do you have anything else to add? Dr. Sears. Do you have anything else to add that you want to clarify or? Okay, thank you. Next will be the complainant. Mr. Garza, you have 3 minutes.
Yes, I have much to add. It's really amazing that they seem to know the law about HIPAA, but not about the Sunshine Task Force, which they're required to know for receiving grants. They're supposed to have sunshine training. It's really amazing to me how they can slice the dice halfway to suit them and not the other halfway to do what's correctly followed by law. It's also amazing to me that he gets up here and tries to confiscate and obscure the issue of it not being on merits by saying something about merits and having me sign a release form, which in his opinion is run on policy. And since he wasn't talking about merit, neither am I. The policy is false and it's not within the law. But naturally, since they don't have to do anything correctly or legally be held accountable, that's why we're here at Sunshine. Thank you. Please do your job correctly. Oh, and I want to be sure that when it does get in front of the full board, all board members are present, as is required. Thank you.
Thank you. The matter is back with the task force for motion deliberation. Yes.
Move to find jurisdiction.
Second it.
I agree. Just for clarification, I do believe that this falls under the jurisdiction of the task force. I do think that we can discuss the merits and the problems at the full task board meeting. Is there any public comment on the motion to find jurisdiction? Seeing none, can we have the vote, please?
On the motion, Member Nee.
Aye.
Nee, me, aye. Member Washburn.
Aye.
Washburn, aye. Member Knebel.
Aye.
Knebel, aye. Mr. Chair, we have 3 ayes.
All right, thank you. We have the next item, please.
Item number 4 is the administrator's report. Mr. Chair, I do not have any.
Excuse me, sorry. Yes, this will be on the task force agenda for the 25th. Mr. Garza, you've had your time. Thank you.
Item number 4 is the administrator's report. Mr. Chair, I do not have anything to add.
Okay. Do we have any public comment on the administrator's report? See none. Can we have the next item, please?
Item number 5 is public comment for items not listed on the agenda.
Is there any public comment for items not listed on the agenda? Seeing none. Can we have the next item, please?
Item 6 is announcements, comments, questions, and future agenda items from committee members.
Anything? Member Nee.
Briefly, the deadline for nominations for the James Madison Awards by the Society of Professional Journalists Northern California chapter has been extended to this Friday. That would be the January 14th, I believe. www.spjnorcal.org for details. And a reminder that the James Madison Awards dinner will be held in San Francisco at the New Delhi restaurant on March 16th, which I believe is a Tuesday. These awards honor individuals and organizations that have championed the First Amendment and or freedom of information.
Thank you. Any other announcements, comments? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Rising up.